Hello. Welcome back to Average Joe Mechanic here. Today we have the 2007 Nissan Titan SE version. And note I said the SE version. We're going to be doing the cam and the crank sensor, taking them out and showing you where they're located at on this SE version vehicle. Okay, admin stuff. Remove your engine cover, and then you remove your air intake hose. I've already done that right over here off to the side to give myself some more room to work here. Starting on my left, right here up front is my first cam sensor hole. Cam sensor hole 1 here, and it has a black tab. Going over to the right hand side. On the right hand side, cam sensor hole right here has a black tab. Okay, cam sensor hole, black tab. And then down here we have the crank sensor hole that has a green tab. You can see that green tab right there. That is your crank sensor hole. Okay, on the very bottom, back of the transmission, I'm gonna get down on the ground here and show you this one real quick. All right there, that pigtail hanging right there, that is the crank sensor on the transmission. All right, going back up top. Right here we have all 4 sensors for the 2007 Nissan Titan SE version. And from left to right, I'm going to show you here. This is the crank sensor, cam sensor, cam sensor, cam sensor. Okay, these 3 are all the same, and they will all go in either the top hole or on the transmission. This one right here, the only one that's black plastic for the 2007 Nissan Titan SE version, it will go right here in the bottom hole here with the front green tab. Okay, it's very important not to switch out this sensor with this one. Vice versa, don't switch out any of these with this one. All right, the reason being because inside those holes, they have to be a certain air gap. And the problem with that is if I put this sensor right here in this hole, it'll fit perfectly, right? But it'll fit in a little bit tighter. And what that does is it'll cause a smaller air gap because it fits tighter. This one is longer than these, okay? And vice versa, this one is shorter than this one. So when I put this one in the wrong hole, it's too close to the disc inside. So that disc that this is trying to read, if I put this in the wrong hole, it'll be too close and it'll give me a bad reading. Vice versa, if I put this one in this hole, it'll be too far away from the disc inside the hole and it'll give me a bad reading as well. That's why you don't want to mix these up and put them in the wrong hole. Again, crank sensor, cam sensor, cam sensor, cam sensor. This one must go in this hole up front at the bottom down here. It must go there. The other 3 must be the same 3, go up top or on the transmission side. And that's the way that must go. And again, the reason being is there's an air gap issue. That disc inside these holes are set to read this at a certain distance. This hole, this sensor in that hole will be too close. This sensor in that hole, it'll be too far away from that disc inside the hole, and it'll give you a bad reading. That bad reading may cause it to run funny. It may throw another code, a P033 code, or it may not crank at all. So if you put the wrong sensor in the wrong hole, it might not even crank. Again, if you go to AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Advanced Auto Parts, and try to find a crank or cam sensor, it's going to show you the same one picture. They're not the same. They are not the same. Again, if you go to AutoZone, O'Reilly's, Advanced Auto Parts, it's going to show you crank sensor or cam sensor. It's going to show you just one sensor every single time. That's not what they all are. This sensor right here does not replace this one. So don't get tricked on that because you'll think that, oh, well, this is just a plastic version of this. No, that's not it at all. This sensor right here does not replace this one. You must have this sensor in the proper hole. If not, you could throw the same code again. It'll run funny or not crank at all. And that's pretty simple. To take these off, real simple, a 10 millimeter screw holds them on, and that's for all four sensors. And that's it in a nutshell. And once you get them out and get them hooked back up, you should have no more issues. But that's it in a nutshell. Easy to get to. Last admin note here again is this is the SE version. These cam sensor holes are up here, but normally on a Nissan Titan, a different version, LE or XE, it's up against the firewall or close to the firewall, and you have to get behind here to find that sensor. But luckily, we got the SE version here. Everything's up front and easy to get to. But yeah, that's it. It's a pretty easy project. Any questions, hit me up in the comments. Like, share, subscribe.